Welcome back to Anti-Depressing. This is a show where we talk about everything from liturgy
to Lexapro.
Here it is.
What up, what up, what up?
Welcome.
How's everybody doing?
I think everyone's good. First and foremost, Chenele Shaw. I almost outed your middle name, but I don't know if you're like comfortable with that.
Got it. No one's stealing my social security number.
No, I know. I don't want to like give them access like that, you know?
Thank you.
So Chenele Shaw, how are you?
I am really good. Honestly, I'm good. I'm sitting in my house. I just ordered Uber Eats an hour ago, forgot to pick it up outside. Thankfully, no bugs, no raccoons. Started eating it, so praise God. So I'm really excited to tear that up in the next hour.
Yes.
I might just stay up tonight. Who knows? Who knows? You know, might stay up till like 10:30. You know, I'm feeling kind of crazy. And
10:30.
Who knows? You know. And other than that, life is good. I have been marked safe from Cyclospora. For those that do not know, I do work in a gastroenterology office, so.
Has it been crazy up in there?
It has. It's giving explosive diarrhea, everybody.
Is that where people go? Like, you go to the ER maybe, but then do you also
and then
go
they
to a
say,
GI
you should see
situation?
a gastroenterologist. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
It's good for business, though.
It is good for business.
I'm not here to start a conspiracy, but did someone in your office kind of start it? Was business a little low?
I feel like, I don't know, I might have brought in a bag salad, allegedly. Allegedly. But for everyone out there with Cyclospora, for real, be careful and stay hydrated.
Prayers up there.
And yeah, so I'm another day marked safe on Facebook. I'm marked safe from Cyclospora. So.
Honestly, it's a good time to not be someone who eats a lot of raw fruits and vegetables, you know?
I'm like, well, you know what doesn't give me Cyclospora? Yeah, when I was going to text you, I was like, what doesn't give me Cyclospora is when Jasmyn makes brownies with powdered sugar on top, which I have not had in so long. But remember that time that me and our friend Austin ate half of the tray that you made of those brownies before, you might have made them and then it was not even dinner.
I think I made them while you were making jambalaya and then you guys just ate them out of the pan, not even cooled, not even cut. And I was like, I don't know, nursing a baby or something. I was in a different room and I came out and you guys were like, raccoons.
And then you were like, well, now there's not going to be enough for dessert. And we said, well, it's okay. It doesn't.
Okay, well, what are you going to do? Dessert was now.
Dessert was right now.
Dessert is whenever you feel.
So honestly, I don't know. I'm feeling good as I'm marked safe from that, and life is looking up. Yeah, thank you.
One of my favorite memes, I don't know if I sent it to you, was like, you know what's never given me explosive diarrhea? A snack at Disney. I'm like, honestly true, because
true.
Are we eating? Fried something? Like, you're telling me a spring roll, a cheeseburger spring roll would give this to you? It wouldn't. A Mickey pretzel would never. You know,
Mickey pretzel, not a Mickey pretzel and ice cream, Mickey ice cream,
not a salt, not any of the stands around the world at Epcot would never.
I want to throw something by you, and this is gonna be kind of because I don't know if I made this up. At a certain point, we had a Mickey pretzel with beer cheese. I don't know.
Okay, this is when it happened.
I don't know when.
I know exactly when. Okay, it wasn't Mickey shaped. We were on the hunt for a Mickey pretzel. I believe it was Juliana's going away meal when Juliana did not. Here's a hack out here for y'all.
Here's a hack. This is a hack. The first hack is bring Tupperware to Olive Garden. Steven's husband will hate you. So
Steven's going to be so disappointed in us.
Okay, second one. Go for it.
Okay, second hack. If you have friends who have an annual pass to Disney and you don't want to pay to go to Disney, but you do want all the snacks and drinks from Epcot. Now, there's some controversy now because apparently now they're like, you can't bring alcohol out of Epcot. When we did this, nobody cared. Yeah. At least that day they didn't. So Juliana and her friend sat right outside on the boardwalk. It's beautiful. This only works if you also park at the boardwalk. You make a reservation for one of the restaurants. You cancel the reservation right when you walk. This is getting worse. Anyways, you go in to Epcot And we just kept going in and getting snacks and then bringing them out to Juliana and her friends.
And it's not that long of a walk. It's not treacherous.
It's not that long of a walk. And honestly, it was a beautiful evening.
It was.
And we were on the hunt for a Mickey pretzel, but all of the stands on that way were like closed because the fireworks were about to start. And then the Germany stand had like their giant pretzels with beer cheese. And so we bought one of those.
Oh my god.
And it was so good. And you were like, why did we ever buy a Mickey pretzel? This is so much better. But then Juliana had a Mickey pretzel because she bought one on the boardwalk. So we did dip that Mickey pretzel into the beer cheese, and that's what you're thinking of.
Thank you. And for everyone that's like, why did Chenele have that quick memory? It's just because that was delicious. Really one of the best things. Like that was so good, delicious. You guys. And I think about that all the time to the point where I'm like, I should just drive and pay for a one-day Disney ticket to just go get it.
You honestly should.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have beer cheese at like one of the restaurants on the boardwalk, because you can get Mickey pretzels on the boardwalk. That's what you should dedicate your time into.
That's what I should dedicate my time into. So
what else?
That's essentially how I'm doing.
You know what this made me think of, Chenele? That very same night that we were eating
Are you talking about that lady?
Yep. A random stranger. Have we ever told this story?
No.
If we have, it was years ago.
Yeah.
So if you've heard it before, our bad, but there was this random woman that came out of Epcot. She had some fun in Epcot, it seems.
Yeah.
And she got separated from her friends, and she just started talking to us about Jesus because why not?
I don't know.
Those faces.
I don't know. Were we praying?
None of us were wearing... No, we were eating.
Did we pray before we ate? Oh,
maybe she saw us do the sign of the cross.
Do the sign of the cross.
I think she just came up, started. She was like, "I'm looking for my friends." She wanted. Was she smoking? And she wanted to find a place to smoke, and she decided to do it right next to us. I think that's what happened. And then, anyway, she launched into her whole life how she's like really religious, and we were like, "Girl, us too." And she was Catholic, and then I don't even remember the full context, but somehow we were outside of Epcot, all in like a prayer circle praying over this woman.
Wow.
And that just goes to show, like, just always be open and ready for the Spirit to move, even if you're just downing a Mickey pretzel and
not
beer
the
cheese.
Prayer circle. I totally forgot about that.
Do you remember?
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. And then we were all really worried about her. Remember, you were, because Chenele got her number, of course. And then you were like calling her and you were like, oh my gosh, we should have driven her home. And we're like, we actually don't know this woman. So I think we draw the line on her getting into our car. And we were very concerned, even though she was staying on property. She had transportation. We were very pressed about her getting home. But Chenele called her. She got on Disney transportation. She was well. She got back to her hotel. And she was doing a really great job. And I think about her a lot. And so I just pray that she's doing well.
I pray that she's doing well. And honestly, and that's another thing, have friends that keep you alive. Because I was this close to being like, you guys, let's just take this lady home.
And on that note, maybe you shouldn't go to the boardwalk alone.
So maybe not. Maybe I should go with my mother, who would be like, Chenele, be for real.
Your mom would be like, you can pray over her. You have 5 minutes. Don't let her get that close to you.
Exactly. My mom's like, no, Cyclospora. But yes, wow, what a memory. So don't be afraid to pray over somebody that walks up to you as you're eating a Mickey pretzel with beer cheese. And that.
Always be willing to pause your eating or continue your eating and then do a little prayer circle.
That's the lesson of the day. Jasmine, how are you?
Honestly, I'm good. I'm living in memory lane.
Love it.
I feel like we've been doing a lot of reminiscing today, and I love that for us. I've been in my post-camp recovery mode.
Yeah.
I promised my therapist, this is an update for the community, is that I don't think, did I update that I started going back to therapy?
I don't think you did, no.
I don't think so. It was so close to before camp, and that was kind of my whole personality. So started going back to therapy, have a great therapist. I love her. And she does this thing. And honestly, we should start doing this at the end of our episode. Maybe we have a little therapy segment, some inspiration. Because she knows I am like a busy mom. Yeah. It's also like working and doing this podcast takes up all my time. And she, at the end, I almost said at the end of our episodes, at the end of our at the end of our therapy session, she'll say like, okay, now tell me what you're going to do for you this week. Only for you. This is a very Chenele thing to say. Only for you, not for your kids, not for your husband, not for your friend. Like, what are you going to do for you?
Yeah.
And That's a good challenge. And I've been thinking a lot about that for like the community. Like, I love it's a good thing for us to think about. Like, what's the thing we're going to do for us this week?
Good.
And then we can chat about it. And as you know, I like love doing a puzzle. Mm-hmm. And so last week I was like, I'm going to try to do a puzzle. But I had like a family wedding last weekend, which was so fun. Mm-hmm. So Juliana was in town. I was family wedding it up. So I spent all my free time just doing like girly stuff and hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
So I simply could not start a puzzle. But I do feel like this week it's my time that I'll have the mental clarity to clean off my table and start a puzzle.
Just do a puzzle. Wow.
I'll keep you guys posted if it happens.
Yeah, please keep us posted because I just remember one day you coming back. I was like watching your kid or hanging out at your house and you and Steven like went out to dinner or something. Classic. And you guys came back with just like the biggest Hobby Lobby bags. And you
when I started my puzzling.
And I was like, what did you guys get? Because y'all were gone for hours, which like, who cares? Because whatever, I slept over there anyway. But I was just like, what did you guys even get? And you were like, I got this Disney puzzle and this
100%.
Like, yeah, I'm about to lock in. And it was honestly very inspirational. So I'm excited for you.
You're never too old to hobby, you guys.
You're never too old. Speaking of hobbies.
Please.
You want to hear the Anti-Depressing Catholic news?
I do, because I do think it's going to lead into something that's going to become important to me.
Okay. So, for our Anti-Depressing Catholic news, the Bible in a Year, made famous by Father Mike Schmitzian.
Pop off.
For all of our Schmitzians out there.
They do need a name for themselves.
They really do. I feel like they should be Schmitzians, but say it really fast. Yes. Bible in a Year has now has a family edition. So if you have fun. Yes, so if you have not listened to Bible in a Year, it's actually really great. Father Mike Schmitz goes over like a passage from the Bible and then has like a little tiny homily, kind of, well, it's not in the context of Mass, so a little tiny talk after, he reads, and it's like really great because it's just, he has like pretty entertaining voice and yada yada. So people have been listening to that and they're like, man, I wish I had one for my fam dam. Oh, so then they came out with the Bible in a Year Family Edition with Father Josh Johnson, which if you don't know Father Josh Johnson, he's awesome. So Ascension Press came out with this family edition. So it invites, and this is in quotes, parents, godparents, grandparents, teachers, and children to discover the story of salvation through scripture in a way that's engaging. And they're using Jeff Cavins, who just came out, he's the Bible guy, came out with the Great Adventure Bible Timeline, which is like, he also came out with a children's Bible that has like artwork in it and, different ways for young people to interact with scripture. And it's really cool. And so they're using Jeff Cavins' Great Adventure Bible Timeline to also help families understand the story of scripture. So I think this, alongside with Katie Prejean's, what is the Hallow
Family Mass Prep?
Yeah, I think like this is really cool. I like that they're providing things. Cool. Yeah, I like that they're like kind of providing things for families that are like, they're leaning into like, hey, you guys are driving to church, you guys are driving to Target, you're driving to whatever.
Yes.
You're just cleaning your house. Let's make something so you guys can like put it on in front of your family. Because sometimes maybe regular Bible in a Year might be a little too high level for your 9-year-old to understand. But I'm excited for this to be something where it's just so like a little bit more grounded for people of all ages and experiences to kind of lean into.
It is really, really cool. Also, Ascension's podcasts are on Theo. So this is a great moment for you to think about downloading Theo, getting that premium subscription, and getting ready to no ads stream. And this is an ad. So don't forget to download Theo to listen to this when this drops on January 1st. I am very excited. Chenele and I were just talking about before we hit record that my eldest will be receiving her first communion next year, which is super exciting. And so we're looking for lots of ways to kind of like up our access to this kind of knowledge. And it says the ages are like best for 7 and up for listening to this.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find some times where she can just like, put her headphones in and listen to this,
listen.
or me and her and Steven can listen to it. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's very fun and exciting.
It'll be very fun and exciting. And
very cool.
It's also the first in a year podcast to feature daily videos, which is so
fun.
insane. Mm-hmm. So you can also put it up for your family if you guys are just kind of vibing. So anyway, that's our antidepressing.
Super cool. We love
news.
More things for families.
We love it.
Was not always this way, you guys. This is so exciting.
It was not back in our day.
It was not.
So
when we were youth, we only had the VeggieTales.
Exactly. So, and Fireproof, which I did rewatch
Honestly,
the other day. Have you?
crazy.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, I think that
it's like. It's kind of nuts.
One of those movies I showed in my theology class when I was a teacher, but like kind of not in a serious way. Hey. Sometimes we create things that aren't the best.
Sometimes, yeah. So like that movie is kind of nuts. So if you feel
there was an era though where there was a lot of movies like that.
Yes, Fireproof, Christian Mingle.
What's it called? God's Not Dead.
God's Not Dead. God's Not Dead 2. God's Not
Heavy
Dead. But
handed.
we're being for real. God's really not dead. 3.
Is there
and
a third?
If you guys
maybe
keep
we've talked about it.
If God's dead, I'm just gonna lose it.
I hear one more of you say he's not.
4. And then God's actually alive for real. Stop asking us about it. 5.
The 5th.
So anyway, check all those things out because I don't even know how many. Actually, that's a great thing to Google.
Can you
real
look
quick
up how many
before we hop into our real stories?
Well,
how many?
Wasn't there kind of? I don't want to cause scandal where there's not, but wasn't there kind of a weird thing with one of the people from that band?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, he was not making great choices.
Okay, so maybe like the God's Not Dead series, for the lack of a better words, is dead.
Is dead, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's going to come because they use that band's song as like the main deal.
And they're in it, are they not?
And I think so. I think they're in the first one.
I honestly, I've never seen any of them, so it's hard. Oh, God's Not Dead 5 movie collection.
Wow, okay, I was right.
But I don't know if that means there's. Let's click on this.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It says 5 movie collection. Are there 5 of them?
Yeah. Is God's Not Dead 5 coming out? Yes.
Here we go. Are you ready for the
5th
titles?
Film. Yes, please.
Okay. God's Not Dead. God's Not Dead 2. God's Not Dead, A Light in the Darkness. God's Not Dead, We the People. God's Not Dead, In God We Trust. It went real patriotic.
God's Not Dead, America's 250th.
I'm sorry, I kind of think we need to watch some.
God's Not Dead because he went to the Great American State Fair. God's Not Dead. Is he the one that slashed?
Should I buy the 5 movie collection? It's 9 hours.
I feel like the next time I come to your house, we should watch all 5.
That's what I feel like.
I think in the way we watch Sharknadoes, I think we should watch all 5 God's Not Dead. So God's Not Dead 6, what would the title be at this point? So God's Not Dead, We the People, then God's Not Dead,
In God We Trust.
Home of the Brave. Oh, In God We Trust. God's Not Dead. We're being
God's Not Dead,
super
Chicken Fried. What's like a?
God's
it's
Not
like,
Dead, Chicken Fried.
It's gonna be some like country song.
God's
title.
Not Dead, A Little Bit Chicken Fried. That honestly,
cold beer.
It probably has an audience, and they'll film it with the people that are
God's
in
Not
that
Dead,
one
God
show.
Bless the USA.
With the Duck Commander or whatever, they'll film it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of good ideas.
So we'll see, you guys. I just feel like we should really lean into God's Not Dead. He's alive because he went to the Great American State Fair. I know.
I think people need to be.
It should be at a fair.
It's really. God's Not Dead State Fair. I really like that.
God's Not Dead State Fair. Mm-hmm. God's Not Dead. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys make it, you stole the idea. So for anyone that's listening that is a producer of God's Not Dead, don't be afraid to reach out for us. Moving on.
Please.
For our 3 stories for today, we're going to hit you with some hard-hitting news.
I'm ready.
But before we do that, I'm going to sing a little song. So, if I knew why Anti-Depressing is such a good show, I'd tell you. But I don't know because it's just so good. And my heart is alive because God is alive, because he's not dead, he's alive. And he's at the fair. And these are your 3 stories of today. So for our first story, we have the World Cup is happening. I know nothing about soccer, and I've really tried to lean into it. Honestly,
are you trying to learn about soccer?
I just don't even have the capacity. I just kind of like the ones with the cutest jersey colors. So
yeah, you've learned a lot of new sports in the last couple of years too. Yeah, you can't be expected to learn them all.
Can't really, yeah. So, but
is there anything fun
happening?
They
have piqued my interest because it is happening in America. So for many reasons, I just think that's hilarious. Because there are also so many people coming to America for the first time, because the World Cup's like a huge deal. So that all those things
the
about people
is incredible.
Discovering Waffle House and Ranch is hilarious. And so one of the things that really piqued my interest is that the final game of the World Cup will be in Texas and in New York. Yeah. In Texas. New York.
I think New York.
Maybe?
It seems to be New York.
I just had it right here. Okay.
We're not sports reporters, you guys, okay?
Nueva York. And so I'm like, I don't know. It will be in a state in America. And so I'm very excited for it because they announced the performers. And it will be Justin Bieber, which is like really crazy. So Justin Bieber, Madonna, Shakira, BTS, Burna Boy, Gustavo Dudamel, and it's in New York, PS22 Chorus, a choir of elementary school students based in Staten Island. That, cute. And then the last joined by Coldplay.
The most important. Okay, yeah.
So
and also the guy from Coldplay is the one directing the whole show, I feel.
Yeah. And I saw that
Chenele, you kind of forgot the most important people who will be there.
Please.
The people who are most important to you.
Yeah.
The Muppets are going to be there. Kermit and Miss Piggy. Should you quick fly to New York?
Should I quick go? I mean, I have family that lives there. So
honestly, the halftime show or whatever show this is could have just been Kermit and Miss Piggy, and I would have called it a win.
It really should have been. So honestly, I am excited for it. I think
it's nice that Kermit's letting Justin come on stage with him.
That's how we should.
It's really generous. There's also going to be some Sesame Street characters we love to hear. Of course, it's New York.
And the crazy thing is with all those names I just dropped you guys, that the show is only 11 minutes long.
Everybody's going to get 45 seconds. Do you think they're going to sing combo songs, or is everyone getting a little bit of their own song?
I feel like all of those people are huge names.
I think it's going to be a We Are the World situation.
Yeah.
Because also most of the people that are performing are not from the U.S. So it's not like we're showing up with these are our people, Justin Bieber's from Canada. Yeah. It's symbolizing the kind of worldly nature of the World Cup.
Of the World Cup. Yeah.
And so I like that. I like that it's not just just USA Fest. It's very cool. And then, of course, we're representing with our best and brightest in the Muppets and Sesame Street. And so you have to...
With our best and brightest. I'm just so excited.
This.
I'm so excited for that. I'm excited for Shakira.
I can't wait.
I immediately, once I heard that Coldplay was curating the show, though, I did immediately think of when they...
I think it's going to be kind of emotional,
Yeah. When they did the Super Bowl, I thought... Remember when they did the Super Bowl and it turned out...
No, I literally don't. Did they do the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they did the Super Bowl halftime show years ago. And it actually turned into the Beyonce halftime Super show. Because then Bruno Mars came out and Beyonce came out. And they outperformed Coldplay so hard.
2016, yes.
Yeah, so
I mean, they shouldn't have... Okay, listen to how funny this is.
Yeah.
It says... The British rock bands, also, they're not from the U.S. This is so fun. Vibrant performance featured guest appearances by Beyonce and Bruno Mars, included a medley of hits like Yellow, Viva La Vida, Paradise, and Uptown Funk. What an eclectic group. From Yellow to Uptown Funk.
Yeah.
What an emotional journey. I do feel like it's going to be emotional. I think they're going to sing some combo song. Also, they're raising money during it, and that money is going to help children in education and soccer. And so I do think I'm excited to see what Coldplay does for us.
I'm excited too. My question that I am curious about and probably the most intrigued by is that couple that was at their concert going to make an appearance?
They should be there. They should be standing there. They should be snuggling. That's such a good point.
And if you know, you know. You know the couple.
Coldplay. That's what they're best known for right now.
So yeah. So anyway, you guys, once this happens, it's going to change the world. And then all we have to look forward to next is the literal Olympics that will be in America, which is also going to be crazy.
Things next summer.
Yeah. So it's going to be crazy.
And the performances for that are going to be.
It's going to be nuts. I actually entered the ticket pool. It's like a ticket lottery.
I love this for us.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are the chances that
I'm going to be honest, I got drafted on the first round. I was very proud of myself, and everything I wanted to see sold out for that round. So now you have to wait until it's like the next round, and then you can do it again. But like your tickets are going to be sold out. I think the best bet is going to be to just show up.
I think like the tailgate vibes outside.
I think it'll be fun.
The literal Olympics. I think like can you walk Olympic Village? Is that only for the athletes?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm like, if they had like a little like fake Olympic Village for tourists, I would mess that up.
That'd be really fun. And they are going to be happening all over the place. Like that's going to be fun. And also I have to actually really think about this while I'm planning camps for next summer.
Think about it. The Olympics. Know what?
Because like if the Olympics are in town where I'm trying to that's going to be really stressful.
That's going to be really
intense. Thank you for bringing this up because you know what? That's going to really inform my life. That's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. Thank you.
And again, you guys, as quick as it ended and as quick as it will happen again, camp has become Jasmyn's entire personality.
It's who I am. It's who I will always
you guys,
be.
It's who she will always be. So let's just wait and see how this 11-minute show goes.
I'm excited.
We're very excited.
It's a beautiful homage to the soccer players.
Me honestly too. Speaking of homage, it would not be an episode of our show without a credit to one of our favorite places.
So true.
The Olive Garden. Olive Garden has brought back their pasta pass. Now
this is insane. I've never heard of this. I don't remember.
So you might be thinking like, what the heck is a pasta pass? Well, it has been 6 years, so you're not completely out in the dark. It's been a long time, but it's a never-ending pasta pass. For $100, one payment of $100, you can eat as many pasta dishes during 13 weeks as you want. For just one time, $100. So it's dine-in only. But people are like, who cares? Just go there, sit down, and then just ask for a thing. And so it's 13 weeks of unlimited pasta, never-ending soup or salad, and breadsticks. And you just pay $100 one time.
$100 per person. Wow.
One time. The crazy thing is there's only 10,000 passes. Only 10,000.
Okay.
And they go
Pass
to
holders
the
and
tomorrow.
Members can take.
They go on sale tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Like tonight at midnight?
Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the Pasta Pass website.
Where's the link?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You guys, it's Wednesday today. This episode's not going to come out. We have to post it.
Yeah, it's pastapass.com, you guys. And they have a countdown clock on the main page.
Oh my gosh, 15 hours.
Yep. And they're inviting people to set reminders because there are only 10,000 of these passes.
Okay.
So literally, it's going to be crazy.
No, don't worry. I'll set an alarm.
It's going to be crazy. Like, I would spend $100 in it for real. Like, no joke.
No, it's like such a good deal. Also, what a gift for someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you gift this to someone, you're spending $100 to give them potentially hundreds of meals. I don't know. What's 13 times 7?
Hundreds.
I'm going to do the math because you could eat Olive Garden lunch and dinner if you go on your lunch break and you get it for 13 weeks. 13 times 7, 91 times 2. You could eat 182 times for $100. Less than $1 a meal.
Less than $1.
That's meal planning. This is so smart.
So the catch is, you guys, there are only 10,000 passes.
Maybe I shouldn't post it. Do you know what I mean?
So by the time that you listen to this, like, I hope you would have already known. So let me just read like a little bit more. So
yeah. Is there more details?
I'm on the website. What is the Never-Ending Pasta Pass? The Never-Ending Pasta Pass allows a pass holder to enjoy the Never-Ending Pasta Bowl menu at Olive Garden as many times as they wish in restaurant for 13 weeks. Unlimited pasta, sauce, protein, any protein you want, plus all the soup. So you can freaking get steak and shrimp, plus all the soup or salad and breadsticks for 13 weeks. It's not redemptive. You can't redeem it for to-go orders. Okay.
All right, we get it.
Yeah. So that's honestly crazy, you guys.
Wow.
That's honestly crazy.
Okay, I'll be there the second it drops. The crazy thing is, like, you can fill up on soup and breadsticks and take that home. So, like, you could go for lunch, fill up on soup and breadsticks, and take that pasta home for dinner. And then you don't even have to drive to Olive Garden twice. I love this. Olive Garden is always, they're the ones who got that new CEO who's like, I'm really trying to bring things back. Or was that Applebee's? No, that was Red Lobster.
That was Red Lobster.
Gosh, everybody's really doing the most, though, right now.
And one of the questions is, can I frame my pasta pass after the promotion has ended? It says, of course. Being 1 in 10,000 is a big deal. Memorialize and cherish this experience forever. They're like, it's been 6 years. They mail you a card with your name in it, like a credit card. You have to show ID, and you cannot share cards.
This is really intense. Do you think it's going to be hard to get? Like 10,000 people like Olive Garden, right?
Yeah.
This is groundbreaking stuff. This is
really great. Jasmine's like, I had plans tomorrow, but
consider me free at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. I've already done the math for myself. Yeah, this is really big news, you guys. I just think it's fun. Life can be kind of crazy, and it's just fun whenever we can be like excited and silly about something that like brings back nostalgia.
Exactly.
And I think we're in a nostalgia era, and it's really fun. It's really fun to be like, remember 6 years ago? Like, this is great.
It is. So everyone set your alarms for the Never-Ending Pasta Pass.
Be there.
Another thing that people will have to set their alarms for our last story. Set your alarm, set a calendar reminder for a year from now, because sadly, Love Island has ended. Love Island USA, I speak of, actually. Now, would I recommend this show? I don't know. Probably don't watch it with your kids.
I heard that this season was particularly the worst one.
It was particularly pretty raunchy. And also a lot of food challenges. Cannot handle, people spitting food. I just don't like it. So, and I guess that makes me crazy. But
it does make you crazy.
Right? Love Island USA has concluded, and as crazy as it was, it actually did teach us all a lot of lessons about love and relationships. So Jasmine,
what did you learn?
Has not watched.
No.
But I did find this really good article about some of the lessons that Love Island has taught us this season. And more just like kind of statements. And I would just love to hear your thoughts on them. So
enlighten me.
Lesson number 1. So Trinity and Bryce were the winners, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And they connected on the first episode, and then they just were together the entire time. They've always kind of been themselves. They're like, yeah, we're silly, we're goofy, we're whatever. And it's very cute. So the first lesson is show up as exactly who you actually are. So
it's a good life lesson.
First lesson about love. The second lesson is, and I'm curious what you think about this one. Melanie and Sincere were together again from the beginning. Sincere connected with a lot of other ladies.
I heard he's kind of the worst.
But never told Melanie kind of the truth. And then she had quite a bit of freakouts. And then during family night, her family came, and her mother and her sister were like begging her to not be with this man. Because they were like, girl, you have to trust yourself, that if you have been so saddened by how this man has treated you, then you gotta trust your gut. So the second lesson is trust what you notice. So yeah. Yeah. So thoughts about that. What is the thoughts about lesson 2?
I think that's sound advice. I think that like if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, I just think that if I didn't watch, but if he didn't treat you well and he wasn't honest with you, then that's the facts. And I think it reminds me of like what we have said to like some of our friends who are in relationships. Like if you're going to tell us all of the dirt on the person, then it's too late. Like we've made up our mind about that person. It's going to be really hard for you to go back and be in relationship with that person and us to not have thoughts and feelings about it because we want what's best for you. So you need to like think long and hard when you're in a relationship of like, what things are between me and my partner and what things am I sharing outside of this? And if they are things that are bothering you enough that you're going to share it outside and they're things that are bad enough for us to be bothered, then we won't forget the way you'll forget.
Yeah.
And I think they need to realize like they were on a TV show. And so it's even worse than just like you told your parents about him and now they don't like him. They saw how he was moving, how he was acting. And so she can't really expect them to come in and support. And so it's like, that's it. Like, I know what happened and I'm going to feel that way about it. And so like, not only could she not trust her own gut and her own like vision of the situation, but her family had an outside perspective and she still didn't listen to him. That's tough.
And that episode was a tough watch. So is it really hard to trust yourself? Yes, we've all been there. But that intuition is a little bug in your tummy and you should listen to it.
You should listen to it. Yeah.
That's that lesson. Lesson number 3, Melanie and Sincere again.
They taught us a lot.
They taught us a lot. God bless you, girl. Chemistry is not compatibility. Okay, so a little blurb from this article. Sincere and Melanie's relationship also offers a reminder that intensity is not enough. From the beginning, their connection moved quickly. They talked about being soulmates and having something special almost immediately. Yikes. And while that kind of certainty can feel intoxicating, it's not always evidence of depth. Strong relationships require time, observation, and the willingness to let someone reveal themselves gradually rather than filling in the blanks with your own hope and dreams. A person can make you feel sparks and still not be someone who can hold your heart carefully. The spark matters. It just can't be the only thing holding relationship together.
I like that. That's it's pretty Catholic of them. You know, pretty like love is more than a feeling. Like love is an action. You get to like wake up every day and choose if you're going to love or not. And that's like what this is. It's like if all you have is this fleeting intensity of the initial moment, that's going to go away when you're like exhausted with your job, when things are going on with your family, and then you have to show up and be this like sparkly, bubbly, like everything was so emotional person. It's the same way in which like the phrase like, that person's the love of my life, or like they're the one. Yeah, I think it's like rather toxic because it like puts so much pressure on the situation when you're just dating and you're like, this is the love of my life, because like what happens if it doesn't work out and then you feel like you just lost the great love of your life and maybe you didn't. And then 2, it takes out the like choice of it all. Like if this is the one you were destined to be with, or this is the love of your life, then like you lost your freedom in your relationship to like decide that you want to love that person, and you're just kind of being forced by this like external gravity pulling you towards the person, and like that's really not true. Like because then when things get hard, that just goes away. It doesn't work. You know?
Word, Jasmyn. My gosh.
So that's how I feel about them.
Wow. So Jasmyn, you know what? The chemistry police are like, hey, but what about, but I need to be attracted to the person. Absolutely.
Attraction is different than chemistry, I would say.
Oh, tell me about that.
I don't know. I feel like physical attraction is important and nobody's going to argue against that. Attraction to someone's personality is important. But when people are like, we have chemistry, it's like this unexplained vibe of like, we just mesh well together. And I just like think it's like for rom-coms. I don't know.
Jasmine's like, anyway, my hot take is chemistry is not real. Next lesson.
No, like you and I have chemistry together when we talk, but like we decide to be friends.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a choice. So it's not like chemistry doesn't mean that we're going to be close. It doesn't necessitate
it doesn't mean you have
closeness. It doesn't mean you have to.
Yes, you can have chemistry with someone when you talk, or like a spark, and then they are actually not a good person, or like they don't treat you well. And just because you have chemistry doesn't mean like, well, this is now the person I have to be with because it's easy and we vibe well. Like things don't have to feel just like easy, you know?
Yeah. So if you're going to jump into a vibe, pause and just think about it for a second. Is this person actually someone that you're actually digging? So that's something to ponder.
Yeah. Is there something deeper than just like the showy, vibey chemistry of it all, you know?
So we're going to do, there's like 7 lessons, but we're just going to do one more.
Yeah, give me.
So our last one that we'll talk about is lesson number 4. Choosing yourself will always make some people uncomfortable.
Oh, I want you to talk about that.
Okay.
I feel like you've had to do some boundaries work.
Yeah. So something that I think is something that my therapist told me, Chenele didn't come up with this original thought. Big night. Shout out. Something that my therapist told me is like, sometimes you will be the villain in someone's story. And once you come to peace with that, it really makes kind of functioning in your day-to-day life better. Now, does that mean that like you just kind of have to accept that like you're, maybe if you're being like intentionally mean or whatever? No, like you still have to be kind and make good choices. However, when you're doing something that honors yourself and your choices and like, hey, no, this is something I've like prayed about, I've discerned this, etc. People just might not be that into it. And that's also okay. And so it's just about making peace with knowing that you can't please everybody's perception of where you're going to be, you know, because that sometimes is just not the vibe. It's not the truth. Yeah. And so it can be pretty tough. And I think a lot of us, especially ladies, if we're thinking about like being with dudes, a lot of us, when we're thinking about being with a partner, like we just kind of think, I'm nervous to be myself in this regard because I don't want to make that person feel weird, or I'm nervous to say this thing or pretend like I'm actually interested in this sport or this show that I don't know anything about. And it's just like, sometimes it might make that other person be like, oh, that's kind of not weird, but that's kind of interesting that you don't know anything about that thing. But it's also like, the most authentic version of yourself is the most exciting version of yourself.
That's so true.
You know? So anyway, that's a lesson, ladies.
I like that. Men. I have a question for you as, you know, recovering people pleasers in the room.
Yep.
Who are probably listening to this. How, when you like make a decision and you know that someone in your life might not approve or is going to have something to say or is going to have an opinion, whether they deserve to have that opinion or not, how do you handle like anticipating that disappointment or that frustration, and like how do you have any tips for like moving through that?
Honestly, that's it. That's the tip. And I think moving through it, that's the tip.
Yeah.
Because you can't expect you can't control how other people react to you first.
Yep.
So you just kind of, it just is that way.
You have to do it and keep going.
You just have to do it and keep going. And moving through something is the move. Like you might not get over it immediately. You might not be like, oh, why is this person still frustrated? Or I really want this person's validation or affirmation. Like it might just not be that. But you have to move through that feeling of like, okay, I'm not getting what I want in that person's affirmation. And then eventually you'll come out on the other side and you'll be like, okay, this is better for me. And that's just period. That's just kind of it. And that's it. It's really like the grass is greener on the other side kind of deal.
Yes.
But you don't know it because the side you're standing on, it's like the grass is hella burnt, thirsty.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
so true.
But when you go to the other side, you're like, oh, this is way better. It just took a long time to get there. This is what it was all for. This is what it was all for. Exactly.
That makes sense.
So you guys, we hope that you take these lessons in life and you apply them to your life.
Thanks, Love Island, for changing your life.
Island. Thank you, Love Island, for both making me learn lessons of love and also feel violently ill every time I watched someone kiss up close.
Yeah.
So
a little too much.
because, but every week it was kind of an outlet because the world can be like very, very crazy.
So true.
But thank God.
But we're not.
Thank God. Thank God.
So true.
So you guys, Never Ending Pasta Pass. Let us know if you get it next week.
I know. Yeah. Please keep us posted if anyone gets it.
Yeah.
We'll send you our address.
Please. Mail us your Never Ending Pasta
my
Pass.
name on
I have
it.
just enough time to make a fake ID. All right.
Perfect.
Love you guys.
Okay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.